Hi, and welcome to Wrong Way, and welcome to the review of the GotWay MSP High Speed with the C30 motor. So, let me tell you more about it.
Wrong way.
And first of all, also big thanks to Mieciu for, swapping wheels so I can test out the GotWay MSP Speed, and he actually bought it at mywheel.com. So, you can also buy your wheels there if you're in Europe, and you will get a 5% discount if you type in the Wrong Way code at checkout. So I have reviewed the MSP already a couple of times. Well, the first one was the GotWay MSP Torque, so this is now the C38 motor, which is the torque version of the MSP. It's not as fast, but it's really torquey. It has a 2.5 kilowatt motor. And then this one is the MSP Speed with the C30 motor, which is much quicker. So first, the MSP Torque came out, but there was a lot of customers saying that they need speed, or they go 65 and they can cut out. So yeah, there was a lot of customers wanting a speed version of the MSP, and this is basically it. I've also tested the MSS, which is a different wheel made by EUC service, so you can check out all of these reviews on the channel. I won't go through all the details on the wheel because I've sort of talked about this wheel already quite a bit, but yeah, in a nutshell, the MSP is a upgraded version of the GotWay MSX, and the improvements are the following. It is a battery with 21700 cells, LG cells. Its capacity is 1800 watt hours. The range is basically anywhere around 80-90 kilometers with medium fast driving. There is also a speaker built into the wheel, which wasn't present on the MSX. The MSP also has improved lighting, especially in the front with double T6 diodes. They're really powerful. And this model actually also has the new GotWay Monster Pro pedals or foot plates, which are way bigger and comfier than the old MSP foot plates. The older MSP foot plates that were smaller were also really angled, so this was pretty cool for off-roading. So the question you might be asking yourself is the following. Does it still make sense, or is the GotWay MSP Speed or Torque still relevant in 2020? Because there's a lot of wheels have come out, like the Veteran Sherman, the Emotion V11, and there's a lot of wheels, like performance wheels, that are pretty much around the corner, like the MSP RS. It's sort of already shipping, the GotWay X, the GotWay Monster Pro. So, is there still room for a GotWay M Super that is basically a MSX, but just a bit better? It's sort of like a 911. It doesn't change a lot, but I think the changes are actually quite meaningful. Throughout the couple of days I had the MSP, I was a really happy man, a really happy electric unicyclist. I also did all the testing I usually do with the wheels. I did the 40-degree climb on the MSP, does just well pretty much just as well as the MSS I had before. It accelerates insanely fast. It's sort of easy to go 65-70 kilometers an hour on this wheel. Perhaps 75 kilometers an hour is like the top max speed you can go with the MSP speed at a full charge, but definitely ride slower if you have less battery or the conditions aren't good for that. I also noticed that I was riding with a open charge port in this video, so always remember to close the charge port, especially in rain, because this might lead to a very unpleasant surprise. But anyhow, the performance of this wheel is just great. And a lot of people were asking me, like, how is it compared to the MSS I had before, because the MSS had a 2.3 kilowatt motor. And I got to tell you that I think it actually rides smoother than the MSS. And about top speed, I don't really know, because I saw somebody go 82 in Britain on the MSS, but maybe it was a higher charge. I might have had less charge on the MSP. I think that the performance difference, just in my opinion, between the MSS and the MSP is really small, but the price difference is huge. That doesn't mean that the MSP is without any flaws. In terms of rainproofing the wheel, probably you need to, just tape up the on and off button and the lift sensor, because they might be susceptible to rain or water ingress. It doesn't have any reasonable mudguard in stock. The trolley handle, I really got used to it actually. The trolley handle is not that bad once you have a MSP for a long time. Now, it's not to say that a Sherman has the same quality of a trolley handle. The trolley handle in the Sherman is way better, and that's probably the only thing that they need to change in the MSP to make it just a lot better. The lights still blind other people, especially if you set the foot plates to be higher on your toes than on your heel. And when it comes to the shell, well, a lot of people make fun of it, but let me see like another wheel that just works fine, or just at least rides after a 80 kilometer an hour crash. When you put a 3D bumper on the front of the wheel, I think you're good to go. And the batteries are also a bit higher up in this wheel, which can be prone, which can make it wobbly. But with around 25 psi of a pressure, 25, 27, and a good enough rider, I think it's really preventable. So definitely the batteries could be lower on the MSP to make it just more stable. But once again, it's not such a big issue. The new MSP RS will also feature a more robust motor mount to the paddle hangers. Here, in my case, it was around 4,000 kilometers where I needed to tighten up the shim plates in this wheel. But once again, not such a big deal in my opinion, but maybe the MSP RS will just prove itself when I get it for testing. But when it comes to just the speed, the acceleration, and the fun factor of the wheel, it's insane. And I think that in this 24-25 kilogram category of wheels, because the Sherman is way heavier, even though it also has power, it just doesn't feel the same as the MSP. So in this category, I think this is the wheel to buy. So, if I had the money for any wheel at this price point, I'd get the MSP. I mean, I love the V11, but it just tilts me back too much. I do like King songs as well, and they don't have the pedal dipping that GotWay has, but I get used to it, and it's honestly not that bad in the MSP. And the speeds and the safety margins on 84 volt wheels at King Song are just way smaller than on 100 volt GotWays. So if I had more money, I'd get the Sherman. But once again, in this category, I think just nothing really comes that close to the MSP high speed. But the MSP RS will be also on the channel, and let's see how this will perform. The GotWay X as well, and the Monster Pro as well, and the Veteran Sherman ones as well. So yeah, stay tuned, stay subscribed, and if you're still here, leave a like on the video, subscribe to see more content like this. I'll see you in the next video. And thanks to my majestic Patreons that helped me out on the channel.